Question 927. What do you think of salespeople who continually use your name?
They're weird. Very weird.
What do you mean? Like, if I was going to go and buy a sofa and someone's like, "So Lucy, do you want this sofa, Lucy?" It would make it great, like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
You're
if it goes with the flow of conversation, I think it's a little okay. But if it doesn't go with the flow of conversation and they're just using your name like it's a comma in a sentence, no thank you. That's just weird.
They are using it to try and imply intimacy. A connection to you.
He brings up a very valid point in the chat. Who tells them your name?
You do. They will ask your name very often.
Are they fit?
Godless Granny says irritating. Big Zera says I've been in sales and that is pretty cheesy.
I'm gonna give an answer to this question, and it's going to be a callback to an earlier question about hand gestures.
Well, if she's, really attractive and coming on to me, then yeah, that's fine. I'm all right with that.
No. You mean like
Especially if I get a discount. If I can get 20%, I'm not for that.
if you ever go to something like when I got some tickets to go to the British Superbikes at Brands Hatch one time with Fred. They very much used glamour model. The insurance companies very much used the glamour models to try and sell people motorcycle insurance. You had things like the Bennett's girls or the Carol Nash girls. And it is a technique that people will use for sales. Do I think it's a very tasteful technique? No. Do I think it's exploitative? Highly. But it is a technique that companies will use.
Big Zebra says if the salesperson wants to imply intimacy, they should offer me a hand job. Godless Granny says it's a tactic they are taught. They are told people buy more when you do. Chad Hall says, I say it's okay, people are just people and most people don't want the bullshit on either side. If one person chooses to try and respect me, sure. Transparent attempts at intimacy are easy to spot. They're not easy to spot for everyone is the problem. Sammy says, it turns me right off, I send them away and say I'm just browsing. I agree, I tend to dismiss them. Go, be done with you.
What would annoy me more is if somebody abbreviated my name. Like, I cannot stand it when people call me Loose.
I can understand why.
Loose. And my
Strong
friend...
and loose.
Too many brand names.
And then my friend called Judith, obviously for the same reason, didn't like her name being abbreviated either. I think that only really close friends would get away with calling me Loose. So that would really irritate me. I think I'd walk away or say it. Actually, my name's Lucy. But yeah, I think it's too over friendly, and it might be a tactic that they are taught or a technique or whatever. But I wouldn't like it, and I wouldn't buy more. I know what the theory is and everything, but
See, I'm a little different. I prefer my name being abbreviated.
Oh, okay.
It's just God then, isn't it?
No. No, what do you think my full name actually is?
Godless scumbag.
Boy, how long has he been watching this show and he doesn't actually know what my real first name is?
Jeff, yeah.
He doesn't know.
So
Nerdy knows pretty much everything.
Yeah. Actually, technically, if you really want to get into the linguistics of it, Jeff could actually kind of mean God as well, but just saying.
Ike says, if you want my money, I'm sir or ma'am. Harmonica Man says, if they're selling time with a prostitute, I would not like my name mentioned.
Fair point.
I've got this thing about people that like say 50 words when they could say 10, and salespeople are very much on the 50-word side. So it would just annoy me anyway, like the fact that you're just word like.
You're right, Lucy. You made your point.
I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, if I'm paying them, they should call me the name that I'm paying for.
Starkey.
I don't like salespeople. Unless I'm ready to buy, they need to get the F away from me. That's just how it is. They won't even know my name until I'm ready to check out, type of thing.
Do you not get phone calls?
No. We call that telemarketing, and we hang up on that in this country.
Or you be my brother, and he kept getting called by the same telemarketer, so he just answered the phone and started playing "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley.
Win.
I don't hardly ever get calls. I've put myself on all the national do not call lists, so maybe 3 a year on average.
Actually, I've actually sort of very quickly done that to a sales call before. Oh yeah, so saving some my electricity bill. Yeah, I'd love that, and then just and then just like put my mobile up to the receiver and start playing Beethoven's Ode to Joy in the background, and then just say, "Your hell's in the queue and will be answered shortly." Payback.
Catnip?
No, they don't need to. Like I said, if it comes up in a normal conversation, like I say your name all the time, Dave, because I want you to be sure that I'm speaking to you.
Dave.
But I don't say your name after literally every word I say, because
Dave.
that's not how sentences work.
Dave.
So if it comes up naturally, and it's more like a conversation than a sales pitch, then I don't think it's really that big a problem. However, majority, it's going to be more like a sales pitch, so I'd rather them just not use my name at all.
See, that's where I just want them to not talk to me.
Yeah.
Hey, can I help you find anything? Nope, I'm good. I'll come find you when I need you. And just keep typically the only car salesmen we have are car salesmen, so that's the only thing I'm really thinking of. But
Yeah.
Does that mean you don't go into Starbucks and then when they ask your name, you just
I
give
don't
them
really leave
something
my house
stupid?
unless I have to.
Yeah, and me neither.
What do you do when you go to Starbucks then?
Well, you can just give them any name, can't you?
Yep.
They ask you what's your name, and my first immediate answer is, well, in my head, I'm like, there's no way I'm telling you what my real name is. I have to think of something amusing in the next 3, 2, 1.
I'm surprised you don't just answer nerdy now.
Yeah, I should do.
Mr. Pickle.
Mr. Pickle. I want to know what happened during his avocado phase.
Oh, Mr. Pitt.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.